A love story, a conspiracy, and the sacrifice of a woman. Today's tale is built around this. I just finished reading the book a little while ago and thought, why not serve the review while it's still warm? Before I reveal the name of the book, let's first get a glimpse of the plot. A young man named Nobukumar, on a journey to gain experience at sea, gets stranded in a jungle due to the selfishness of his fellow travelers. In that wild, beast filled land, just when he had nearly given up hope of survival, he is rescued by a Kapalik. Kapaliks are ascetic practitioners of Tantric Hinduism, primarily worshippers of Shiva in his fierce form Bhairav. They live isolated from society, dwelling in deep forests or cremation grounds, and are immersed in occult practices. At first, Nobukumar thinks the Kapalik saved him out of kindness, but as events unfold, he learns the Kapalik's true intention. He was being prepared for a human sacrifice. Just as his dreadful fate looms near, he is saved by a young woman. Her eyes carried the courage of the wild, and on her lips sat the innocent fearlessness of a child. They fall in love, but this wasn't just romantic affection, it was magnetic, full of pull and promise, as if it came back from another life. Nobukumar brings her to the city. But can society accept a girl who has spent her entire childhood in the forest, whose soul is intertwined with nature? Meanwhile, Nobukumar's first wife, who had been lost long ago, also returns, hoping to win him back. And just at the moment, the same Kapalik reappears, back for revenge. Surrounded by conspiracies, dangers, and uncertainties, can Nobukumar and his beloved withstand the storm? Now let's talk about the characters. You may have noticed I haven't mentioned the name of Nobukumar's beloved because her name is Kopal Kundola. Yes, the heroine of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's famous novel Kopal Kundola. She is fearless, independent, and strong minded. One of the most iconic tragic female characters in Bangla literature. Her love is pure, but her position in the world is fragile. Nobukumar, on the other hand, is an educated Brahmin. He loves Kopal Kundala deeply. Their life was going well, but a doubt in his heart turned everything into another direction. Then comes the Kapalik again, a strange character. As for Nobukumar's former wife, I won't name her here because her name too hides many stories. The way she left his life was dramatic, and her return is equally theatrical. But during that long separation, her life changed deeply. And what happens to her by the end of the story is perhaps even stranger and more painful than what she experienced during their time apart. Writing style. The story is written in classical Bengali, so I didn't really understand a few words, but it wasn't a big problem. I really liked the story, although it took me a bit longer to read. It's not a long book. If it were written in modern Bengali, it would take just 1.5 to 2 hours to read. But the plot is so well crafted, it's definitely worth reading. Now let's get into the main topic, which is the review. I've wanted to read Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's works for a long time, so today feels like a dream fulfilled. I loved the beginning of the story. Honestly, I was a little unsure about the ending, but with the Kapalik's reappearance, the ending turned out to be fantastic. I must say, it's been a long time since I read such a good book. Overall, I'd rate it 9 out of 10. I deducted 1 point only because I had some difficulty with the language. But is it fair to cut a point just because I couldn't understand the language? I'd love to know your thoughts about the book. The comment box is open for any kind of discussion. And please feel free to point out any mistakes I've made. Thank you.